The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
Hello, Easton residents. Welcome back to Drew's Adventure History TV. I'm Drew Daugherty. I'm pretty sure you all know me from my last episode where I talked about the Titanic and the aftermath of the disaster. Today, I wanted to share about the history of the battles of Lexington and Concord, also known as the Shot Heard Around the World, the first military engagement of the American Revolutionary War. On the night of April 18, 1775, Thomas Gates, who was the commander of British troops in Boston, learned that the colonial rebels stored a stash of weapons and arms and ammunition 18 miles away in the town of Concord. He also found out two opposition leaders, Samuel Adams and John Hancock, were hiding in the town of Lexington. He ordered Major John Pitcairn to take 800 British troops to go to Lexington first to capture and arrest Samuel Adams and John Hancock. And then he also ordered him to go to Concord to destroy colonial weapons and ammunition. At the same time, Dr. Joseph Warren, a prominent Boston physician, was aware of the British plan, so he sent writers William Dawes and Paul Revere to alert Adams and Hancock. Then, on the morning of April 19, 1775, 800 British troops marched to Lexington, where 77 militiamen were led by Captain John Parker waited patiently for the Redcoats to arrive. When the British Redcoats arrived in Lexington, Captain John Parker said to his men, "Stand your ground. Don't fire unless you fire upon. But if they mean to have another war, let it begin here." John Pitcairn and the other British officers told the militia to lay down their weapons and disperse. The militia vastly outnumbered. Captain Parker ordered his men to retreat, and then, out of nowhere, a gunshot rang out, which caused the British and the militia to begin fighting. To this day, no one knows who fired the first shot. When the fight began to clear, 8 militiamen lay dead and 10 more were wounded, and only 1 redcoat had been killed. The remaining members of the militia quickly fled the area. After the small trials in Lexington, the British marched toward Concord. They encountered little resistance from the colonials at first, so they began to cull the entire town for the hidden stockpiles. Unbeknownst to the British, the hundreds of militiamen were waiting on the other side of the North Bridge. When the colonials saw the fires, they immediately rushed to attack small companies of British soldiers who were defending it. The British fired first, but they retreated as the militia returned fire. Unable to find any other arms, the rest of the British soldiers began march back towards Boston. The militia followed them and shot and harassed them all the way back to the city. The news of these battles spread rapidly, and their victory proved that the colonials could stand after the most powerful army in the world, and the American War of Independence had just begun. I hope you all enjoyed this video about the history of the battles of Lexington and Concord. And now, before I end this video, I just want to say thank you to the people who watched my previous video, and you are continuing to support me. I will be able to share everything history throughout the Easton community and anywhere else in Massachusetts and the United States as a whole. I'm looking forward to a new topic next week. Thank you.